First, let's talk about self-acceptance. It took me years to come to terms with who I am. I spent a lot of time wondering why I was born this way, why I had to face such unique challenges. But over time, I came to realize that my value, my worth, wasn't tied to my physical condition. It was about the strength in my heart, the fire in my soul, and the will to keep going no matter what. And each of us has that same worth inside, whether or not we see it yet. Life without limbs might seem like an endless series of roadblocks, but here's the beautiful truth: we have the power of choice. We can choose to give up or give it all we've got. We can choose despair or choose hope. And when we decide to live positively, we transform our lives from the inside out. Challenges lose their grip, and we become empowered to face them with courage. For me, faith and inner strength have been pillars that hold me up. They lift me above my doubts and help me see beyond what I can't change. This faith doesn't have to be religious, though it can be. It's the belief that there's a purpose for each of us, no matter what obstacles we face. When you tap into that strength, you're capable of far more than you imagine. And remember, we're not alone on this journey. Community support is invaluable. Whether it's family, friends, mentors, or people we meet along the way, others can see us for who we really are. They push us to reach higher and remind us of our inner power. Lean on those who lift you up, and in turn, be a light for others. I know that perseverance is hard. Some days it seems impossible to go on. But it's during these moments that we discover the strength we didn't know we had. Every setback and every difficulty can teach us something, making us stronger and preparing us for new horizons. And if we persevere one step at a time, we can move forward, no matter how slow the progress may seem. Let's talk about purpose. Often our struggles reveal our purpose. If I hadn't faced my own challenges, I wouldn't be here speaking with you. The journey has shown me that sometimes our greatest setbacks can lead us to our most meaningful breakthroughs. Don't be afraid of the journey, embrace it. In sharing our stories and inspiring others with our journey, we have the opportunity to impact lives. Your story matters. It can give someone else the courage to push through their own challenges. Let's not keep our victories to ourselves. Let's lift others as we climb. A positive mindset makes all the difference. Life without limbs doesn't define me. My thoughts, my resilience, and my dreams do. With a positive attitude, we can see opportunities instead of limitations. No matter the circumstances, choose optimism. Life doesn't come down to whether we can walk, run, or embrace with open arms. Life goes beyond physical limitations. Our spirit, our dreams, our capacity to love and inspire, these are limitless. So live each day with courage, with joy, and with purpose, knowing that there is no boundary too great for the human spirit. I want to start by acknowledging that life without limbs, or any kind of visible or invisible challenge, can feel like a constant battle. For some, the struggle is physical. For others, it's emotional, mental, or even spiritual. Each of us faces challenges that may seem insurmountable at times. They're the kind of struggles that make us question why things turned out this way, why we have to face certain obstacles, and why life sometimes feels so different or difficult. We've all asked, why me? These struggles can make us feel isolated, as if we're the only ones going through something so hard, and they can weigh us down. They have a way of filling our minds with doubt, fear, or feelings of inadequacy. We might think that our limitations define us, that they set a ceiling on our potential, or that we're destined for a life of struggle without relief. But these challenges, as overwhelming as they may feel, are also universal. We are not alone in our struggles, even if the specific battles we fight are unique to each of us. Others may not know exactly what it's like to live without limbs, but everyone knows what it's like to face pain, hardship, and uncertainty. These are experiences that touch every human life in some way. I know that life's challenges often feel like roadblocks, like barriers that keep us from the things we desire or the dreams we wish we could pursue. And when we're at our lowest, it's easy to believe that the struggle is all there is. But it's in. Self-acceptance is one of the most powerful things we can give ourselves, yet it's often one of the hardest. When we live with visible or invisible challenges, it can feel natural to define ourselves by what we lack or by the obstacles we face. We may look at others and feel like something's missing within us, or that we're somehow less because of our limitations. And in a world that constantly shows us idealized versions of life, it's easy to feel as though we're falling short. But self-acceptance isn't about trying to change who we are or wishing away our struggles. It's about recognizing our unique worth, just as we are. It's about understanding that our value isn't defined by what we can or can't do physically, mentally, or in any other way. It's an acknowledgement that we are whole and enough right in this moment. This doesn't mean we don't strive to grow or improve, but rather that we start from a place of kindness and respect for ourselves. When we begin to accept ourselves, something remarkable happens. We start to see beyond our limitations and recognize our strengths. We see that our worth comes from our character, our resilience, and our ability to love and inspire others. We become free to live fully, without being held back by doubts about our value. Self-acceptance allows us to look in the mirror and see someone who is worthy of happiness, worthy of success, and worthy of respect, just as they are. It's not always easy. It's a journey that requires patience and compassion toward ourselves. There will be days when doubts creep in, when we feel the weight of our limitations or compare ourselves to others. But when we choose self-acceptance, we give ourselves the freedom to be authentically us. We no longer have to pretend to be someone we're not or live up to expectations that don't fit who we truly are. Embracing self-acceptance is about seeing ourselves through a lens of grace, choosing to love who we are today, and realizing that our imperfections and differences are not flaws to be hidden but unique parts of our story. Self-acceptance opens doors we never thought possible, giving us strength, confidence, and the courage to live our lives unapologetically. The power of choice is one of the most profound gifts we possess, and it's something we can tap into no matter our circumstances. Life may hand us challenges we didn't ask for, limitations we didn't expect, or setbacks that seem impossible to overcome. While we may not be able to control every situation, we always have the ability to choose how we respond. Choice empowers us. It allows us to decide whether we'll be defined by our circumstances or whether we'll rise above them. We can choose to dwell on what we don't have, what we've lost, or what we can't do, or we can choose to focus on what we do have, on what we're capable of, and on the possibilities within our reach. This choice is like a muscle. The more we use it, the stronger it becomes. When we embrace the power of choice, we find that we're not as limited as we might have thought. Every day, in big or small ways, we have the choice to focus on hope instead of despair, to choose action over inaction, and to find purpose even in our struggles. Choosing a positive outlook isn't about ignoring the reality of pain or difficulty. It's about deciding that we won't let those things define the entirety of our lives. Making these choices often isn't easy. There will be moments when it's a struggle, when we're tempted to give in to fear or frustration. But each time we choose resilience, each time we choose hope, we take another step forward. We give ourselves the chance to move toward a life that isn't limited by our circumstances, but expanded by our determination to make the most of every moment. The power of choice means that no matter what life throws our way, we are not powerless. We have the ability to shape our response, to decide what kind of person we want to be, and to direct our lives toward purpose, growth, and joy. This power is within us all, ready to be used, and it reminds us that while we may not control everything, we always control the direction we choose to go. Faith and inner strength are the quiet forces that carry us through life's hardest moments. When we face challenges that seem insurmountable, faith is what reminds us that we're not alone in our struggle. It's a belief deep down that there is a purpose and meaning even in our hardest trials. This faith doesn't have to be tied to any specific religion. It's simply a trust in something greater than ourselves, a hope that even when we can't see the way forward, there's still a way through. Inner strength is the resilience within us that emerges when everything else seems to fall apart. It's not always loud or obvious. Sometimes it's the gentle courage that gets us out of bed on difficult days, or the quiet perseverance that helps us take one more step forward when giving up feels easier. This strength isn't something we're born with. It's something we build piece by piece as we face and overcome obstacles. Faith and inner strength go hand in hand, supporting each other. Faith gives us a reason to keep going, a belief that there's light on the other side of our struggles. Inner strength is what allows us to push forward, even when that light feels faint or distant. Together, they remind us that we are more than our circumstances, that our lives have meaning, and that we have what it takes to endure. These qualities are often tested in moments of darkness when we feel weakest or most uncertain. But it's in those times that faith and inner strength become most powerful, guiding us through and reminding us of our resilience. They're the forces that don't require everything to be perfect or easy. They're there to remind us that even when things are at their hardest, we still have the courage to keep going. Faith and inner strength are the unbreakable parts of us, the foundation that can withstand any storm, and the quiet assurance that no matter what happens, we are strong enough to handle it. Community support is one of the most precious gifts we have, especially during life's most challenging times. It's a reminder that no matter what we're facing, we don't have to face it alone. Our friends, family, and even people we may not know well can be sources of strength, compassion, and encouragement when we need it most. Community gives us a sense of belonging and acceptance, a place where we can be ourselves without judgment. Being part of a community means having people who stand by us, offering both comfort and strength. And it goes both ways. We too can give back by supporting others in their struggles, creating a cycle of encouragement and compassion. Sometimes simply knowing that someone understands what we're going through or having someone who listens without judgment can make a world of difference. This mutual support reminds us that vulnerability is not a weakness but a bridge to deeper connection. Community doesn't only help us in times of hardship, it also celebrates our successes, cheering us on in our triumphs and reminding us of how far we've come. Having people who recognize and celebrate our victories helps us feel valued and reinforces our sense of purpose. It's in these connections that we find strength beyond what we can muster alone, learning that together we can face anything. Community support is a powerful reminder that, while we are capable of great resilience, we are even stronger together. Overcoming challenges through perseverance is one of the most powerful ways we can grow. Life presents us with obstacles that, at first glance, might seem too big or too painful to tackle. Whether it's physical, emotional, or situational, these challenges can make us feel like giving up would be the easiest option. Yet it's in these moments that perseverance becomes our greatest ally. Perseverance is not about always moving quickly or flawlessly. Sometimes it's simply about taking one more step forward, no matter how small. It's the determination to keep going even when the road is rough, when progress seems slow, or when setbacks make us question whether we should continue. This kind of persistence builds strength from the inside out, teaching us that we're capable of much more than we initially thought. And when we look back, we see just how far we've come, realizing that each challenge, each moment of perseverance has shaped us into a stronger, wiser, and more resilient person. Through persistence, we turn our struggles into stories of strength, proving to ourselves and others that no matter how difficult the road, we have the power to overcome. Finding purpose in adversity is often a journey that begins with hardship but leads us to profound meaning. When life takes us down paths we didn't choose, filled with unexpected obstacles or painful challenges, it's natural to feel lost or even question why we're going through it. But within these struggles, there's often a deeper purpose waiting to be uncovered. Adversity has a way of revealing strengths we didn't know we had, resilience we didn't realize was within us, and perspectives we might not have considered otherwise. In moments of difficulty, when we're forced to dig deeper, we often discover new facets of ourselves. We may find empathy for others in similar situations, insight into the struggles of those around us, or a drive to make a difference in ways we hadn't thought of before. Adversity can clarify what truly matters, stripping away the distractions and bringing us face to face with our core values, our passions, and the causes that mean the most to us. Challenges can be transformative. When we begin to see our struggles not as setbacks but as experiences that shape us, we realize they often equip us to help others. The journey of overcoming personal hardships becomes a powerful way to inspire or support those who might be going through something similar. Our stories of resilience, our lessons learned, and our newfound strength can serve as a light for others who may feel lost in their own battles. In this way, our adversity becomes more than something we survived, it becomes a source of hope and purpose. Finding purpose doesn't mean that the pain or hardship vanishes. It means that we're able to see something greater in it, something that can contribute to our growth, to the lives of those around us, and to the world as a whole. In every difficult experience, there is an opportunity to find meaning, to learn, to grow, and to use what we've been through to create positive change. Through adversity, we discover that even the most challenging parts of our journey can lead us to purpose, shaping our lives and the lives of others in ways we never expected. Inspiring others through our struggles is one of the most impactful ways we can turn hardship into something positive. When we face challenges that test our limits, it's natural to feel that these experiences are just personal battles. But sharing what we've been through, the obstacles we've overcome, the resilience we've developed, and the insights we've gained can give others the strength and hope to face their own challenges. Our struggles, no matter how difficult, hold lessons that can resonate deeply with others. When people see that we've been through adversity and come out stronger on the other side, they're reminded that they too can rise above their own difficulties. Sharing our journey makes our experiences relatable, turning abstract ideas like courage and perseverance into something real and attainable. We show others that resilience isn't about being perfect or unbreakable, it's about picking ourselves up again and again, despite the obstacles. Inspiration doesn't require us to have reached the finish line or to have a flawless story. Sometimes simply being honest about our journey, about the moments of doubt and fear, can be the most powerful. When we share our stories openly, we create a space where others feel less alone in their own struggles. We give them permission to be vulnerable, to accept their own imperfections, and to find hope in their own progress, no matter how slow or challenging. Inspiring others through our struggles doesn't only benefit those who hear our stories, it also brings new purpose and healing into our own lives. Our challenges start to feel less like burdens and more like stepping stones towards something meaningful. We come to see that, even in our hardest moments, we have something valuable to offer the world, a message of hope, resilience, and the power of never giving up. By choosing to share, we turn our struggles into a legacy of strength that empowers others to keep moving forward, knowing they are not alone and that there is always a path forward, no matter how difficult it may seem. The power of a positive mindset is one of the most transformative forces we can harness in life. It's not about ignoring the challenges, the pain, or the obstacles that come our way. Rather, it's about choosing how we respond to them. Life will never be without difficulties. Everyone faces moments of doubt, hardship, or frustration, but with the right mindset, we can navigate through them in a way that not only helps us survive but thrive. A positive mindset isn't about forcing ourselves to always feel happy or optimistic, especially when things aren't going well. It's about seeing the possibilities and the opportunities within every situation, even when it seems hard to find them. It's the ability to look at a setback and say, this is a challenge, but I can learn from it, or I don't have all the answers yet, but I will keep moving forward. It's a belief that no matter how difficult the journey, there's always a way through, and there's always something to gain from every experience. When we cultivate a positive mindset, we train ourselves to focus on what we can control: our thoughts, our actions, our attitude. We stop wasting energy on things we cannot change and instead focus on how we can move forward, even if it's one small step at a time. This mindset helps us to approach obstacles with a sense of curiosity rather than defeat. Instead of seeing challenges as barriers, we begin to see them as opportunities to grow, to learn, and to become stronger. A positive mindset also creates resilience. The more we practice seeing the silver lining, the more resilient we become in the face of adversity. Life's difficulties will always come, but with a positive outlook, we develop a kind of mental and emotional armor. We are better equipped to handle setbacks without letting them define us, and we are less likely to be overwhelmed by them. In the end, the power of a positive mindset is not just about thinking good thoughts. It's about choosing to see possibilities in the face of challenges, finding strength in the hardest moments, and recognizing that our attitude is the key that unlocks the door to our potential. With a positive mindset, we take control of our lives in ways that transform not just our circumstances, but our very way of being. Life beyond physical limitations is a concept that challenges the traditional idea that our abilities are confined to what our bodies can do. It's about understanding that our true potential extends far beyond the physical realm and includes our mental, emotional, and spiritual strength. While physical limitations may create barriers in certain areas of life, they do not define our worth, nor do they dictate the extent of our contributions or the depth of our experiences. Life beyond physical limitations is also a reminder that we are not defined by what we lack, but by what we choose to focus on and what we choose to become. While our bodies may be limited, our hearts, minds, and souls are capable of extraordinary things. Embracing this mindset allows us to live fully, passionately, and purposefully, finding new ways to contribute to the world and experience life's beauty, regardless of any physical boundaries we may encounter along the way. Life is filled with challenges, some of which may seem insurmountable at first. But as we've seen, it's not the obstacles we face that define us, it's how we respond to them. Whether it's through perseverance, the power of a positive mindset, or finding strength in community support, we are more than our limitations. Life beyond physical challenges is not about the barriers we encounter, but about our ability to adapt, grow, and find purpose in the journey. Our struggles are not signs of weakness, but opportunities for growth, resilience, and transformation. It is through these very struggles that we learn what we're truly capable of mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. By embracing self-acceptance and choosing to move forward with faith and determination, we uncover the power to create meaningful lives, inspire others, and rise above any difficulty we may face. So no matter where you are in your journey, remember that you have the strength within you to overcome, the ability to inspire, and the choice to live beyond limitations. Keep pushing forward, not because the road is easy, but because your potential is limitless, and you are capable of achieving great things.